pressure has been applied.
Counting Benjis every day, making waves the tidal wave, known in almost every state, letting my name circulate. Hot nostalgia from the age, take some advice from my page. Trust me, y'all don't know.
What it do? We are the yes, sir. Thanks for tuning in yet again, and we have a special guest in the building today. We got Mariah Naycole. Oh wait, forgot mine.
Claps.
Right, give me a second. I'm a little rusty. It's my first day back here, guys.
It's okay.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Old school.
Appreciate you stopping by. So here at the Common Interest, we like to start things off to ask you to hit us with a rewind. That's when you tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got involved in music, your brand, and how you got here today.
So my name is Mariah Naycole, and
Bring the mic closer to you.
oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Hello.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, my name is Mariah Naycole. I'm from here in Houston, Texas, and yeah, I've been singing my whole life, really.
Okay.
Just finally started to take it serious maybe 2 years ago, but released my first project last year. And yeah, just having a lot of fun, ready to take over.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. Cool. So tell us about your project you dropped.
So I dropped a single. It's called Fantasy Girl.
Okay.
And it's a little off brand for me because it's kind of like a toxic song.
You're not toxic on the regular?
No, not at all.
Okay. I believe when I see it.
I despise it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like that. Like, I'm not like I don't. I'm fun. I'm not boring, but.
You can't be fun and not be toxic.
That's not true. That's not true. But
okay, go ahead. My bad.
No, it's just like, well, I wouldn't even say this is toxic. I would say it's just downright. Why do I keep saying this? I just think it's down bad. It's basically like praising infidelity, cheat on your husband type stuff, and I'm not like that. So.
But that's fun though.
I know exactly. See,
yeah.
I do fun things.
Okay, I see you. That is fun.
I have to do it for my friends, my supporters, people that want to hear it.
All right.
Sometimes they just want to hear stuff like that, so just put it out there.
Okay, you're trying to kind of fit in with the times, what's going on in the climate right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I feel that. So, would you say the music you would prefer to make is more like love songs, or just more what?
I usually make songs like sad songs.
Okay.
Like love songs, obviously, but sometimes I do my feelings.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I love the sad music. That should give me hype. So yeah, because it was one of your songs. I can't remember. It was either.
It was Hard to Think.
Was that one the one we was talking about your ex was kind of manipulating you or something like that? Okay,
That's the one.
Yeah. Okay. Can you elaborate on that a little bit for us and like just the whole process of creating that song?
See, it's kind of weird with that song. Like, it's not so much about because I've only been in like 2 serious relationships.
Right.
And the last one, I guess it motivated the song more than the relationship before that one. And basically that song is just like, I took pieces from the relationship and put it into the song, even pieces from like friends and like families, relationships. So it wasn't solely about him.
Okay.
It was just basically everything that I've seen throughout my life, like within relationships. But he has some stuff in there. Like even before I released it, I told him I was like, "Hey, I'm about to drop this song. It's gonna be, you're the recent boyfriend, so don't." He was like, "No, please use me." I'm like, "Okay."
I feel that. Yeah, that's dope.
Future.
Right. Okay, that's dope. So, with your latest project, the single Fantasy Girl, what is that part of a bigger project, or is just a single you dropped as of right now?
It's just a single.
It's just a single.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm doing the single.
Taking a single route.
Strategy right now.
Got you. Okay.
Very, very smart.
I feel that. That is smart. Okay. So, are we gonna get any different kind of vibes from you? Like, you still are you prefer still staying in the same lane? You gonna get
No, I'm doing everything.
oh, everything?
See, like with me as an artist, I'm not like, when you're sad, sometimes you want to listen to like Mariah Naycole, or when you're like trying to dance, you listen to Chris Brown.
Right.
I kind of like, I don't stay in one realm. Like I like to just, whatever's on my mind at the moment, I'm like, I'm gonna sing about this.
Okay, cool.
So it's gonna be a bunch of stuff, yeah.
Okay, that's dope. That's dope. Who's some of your influences?
Oh, Beyonce, Rihanna, Stevie Wonder. I like Drake. I try to stay off of that whole, like, I'm not saying he's like a hype beast rapper, but it's Drake. So people usually be ready to hear like, oh, Drake, one of my favorite rappers. I've actually gotten a lot of influence from Drake, like his interludes, or even like his writing for songs where he had female singers sing his lyrics for him. Like, I've gotten some ideas from him.
Yeah,
it's
he's
great.
Definitely dope. You have to get a little bit from him, but I feel what you're saying. You're the second person that we had that had that. But so with you being in the music industry, how you say you've been like making music seriously for like the past 2 years right now. So how have you, like, I guess, maneuvered through it, and what difficulties have you had as a woman maneuvering through the industry?
Oh that's a good one.
Thank you.
So
I haven't heard that in a while. I like that.
So when I started last year, when I first dropped my project, not my project, my first single, it was around the time I moved back to Houston because I was living in New York.
Okay, is that where the accent is coming from? Because you got a little bit of accent somewhere, and I was like, you from Houston, but I was like, he was in the Bronx?
No, it's...
Where he's at?
It's actually kind of funny. So I have two siblings, my sister and my little brother, they're both half Mexican. And my stepdad is Mexican. I've been raised,
so
but
that's what that
it intertwines a lot. It's weird, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, people always point that out. It's really weird. But, yeah, so when I first shot that single, people are still basically on the rap wave, but in Houston it was like crazy because a lot of rappers were coming out around that time. So it was hard to get people to even like look my way, to really like listen to me. And after I dropped, what was it? My third song, Come and See Me, I believe. I started to get a little bit of buzz, like a little bit, but people weren't still really like budging. Like, and when they were, it was on some like weirdo stuff. This is not internet and looking at somewhere.
Like, can you give us like a slight example or something like that?
Like I've gotten invited to like come quote unquote record not a track, like a little small verse, or come to a writing session at like 2 a.m. Because like, that's what artists do.
Yeah.
So I would come and then I'll just be in there watching them smoke weed and like them being like, you trying to go outside there? I'm like, I came to record, like it would be stuff like that, or just some guys give you weird vibes. And it wasn't really until I met Patrick, my manager, who's like really helped me like climb the ladder of like the route to success. Like a lot, I'm doing pretty good now.
Okay.
He's helped me a lot.
That's dope. So Patrick, let's touch on you for a little bit. So how did you meet Mariah and get started managing her?
Man, I love this story. So I work with an artist named Kayshawn at first.
Okay.
And we're looking for, he's from Austin, but I stay in Houston, so I was like, hey, if we're trying to work together, like we gotta like start working in Houston. So he was like, so he started coming out here. And one day I was like, hey, we gotta like get you to that next level. So let's start looking for like, ways we can like network with other people. So Adrian, our producer, that we work with, I was like, hey, any like female artists that are like gonna go crazy, they're gonna like match his sound. And he sent me Mariah. And I gave her songs to listen, so I was like, oh yeah, like I'm feeling it, her heart in the cage. I'm like, yeah, that's my heart. I'm like, oh, she got something going. Then so I heard, I was like, hey, we got a studio session, like slide through. So she comes in, we're writing a brand new song, And K. Sean at that time, like we hopped in the studio for like it was like a 4 hour session or something like that, and we spent like the first 2 hours like working on his part. And Mariah was sitting there like like writing her notes, jotting it down there, and like she was just quiet, you know,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And it'd be the quiet ones that when they
get to the
exactly
start going crazy.
exactly. So everybody was just vibing and all that stuff. Then we're like, hey, like Mariah, like you want to hop in? So she's like, bet. So she just goes to the studio session. It's like 4 of us in there right now. And once she starts singing, everybody just starts staring like, yo, like this is something special.
Right.
And like from that day, I was like, hey, like we really can take this to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever you need from me, like I wholeheartedly believe in this. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Right.
you got what it takes. Everything we can work with. So from that day on, I just put my head down. I said I'm finna hustle it out, and we gonna take it off. We gonna take it off.
Okay, that's dope. That's dope. Love to see it. All right. So, with that being said, Mariah, how do you feel? Because you was talking about a little bit how when you first kind of came out, it was hard to get a buzz going because there's so many rappers. Do you feel like that's because people feel like there's no good R&B out right now?
No, I feel like people are just lazy. I feel like no one wants to actually sit down and give it a listen. Like there's a lot. People complain about like how R&B is nowadays. It's always gonna change. Rap changed. I was like, oh, there's no R&B. I miss all rap. listen to the artists, the R&B artists that are out right now, and you'll see because now a lot of rappers are collabing, even though they've done it before. But even mumble rappers or trap, whatever you call them, are collabing with R&B artists. Like just listen. I remember when LMA came out with Boot Up, they were all rapping and it was all on that one. So it's like, it's out there.
Right,
So,
right. No, I feel that. That's what was I about to say? Oh yeah, no, that's definitely like back in the day, that was a formula. Like it was like, okay, you get a rap artist, R&B artist, it's a verse, R&B artist is a hook, there's another verse, hook, and then the R&B singer might do something at the end, or whatever.
You know how many rappers had Cisco on their music video?
Oh.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, people, on everybody's song.
Yeah, no, for real.
It's not any different now.
Yeah, no, for real. It really isn't. I don't know. I listen to I love hip hop and rap and everything, but R&B is my shit. Like that's when I get into my bag. Like I listen to different people, and I've heard most people say like, "Oh, it's no good R&B out right now." Like I miss the old shit, and it's like, bro, you're not listening. Like it's a lot of good artists right now. Like
Lucky Days, Sir, Money Long.
You listen to Snow Later?
Snow Allegra, Cleo Soul. Like there's so many. Y'all just waiting for Future Moneybag to drop something. Listen to something else. No, for real. It's a lot of good people out there. So with that being said, which one of these, if you have to choose, like, let's say 3 artists to work with, that's an R&B, or 2 R&B artists, 1 hip hop artist to do that formula, who would you work with? On one song?
No, it's different songs.
Okay. I don't even know if this one counts as R&B, but she's so soulful. I'll just say it. Yeba.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
she's dope.
Yeba's amazing.
I didn't know she was white.
Yeah, and from Memphis. No, seriously. Everyone thinks she's from the UK or something.
That's what I thought she was from. Yeah, some shit like that. She's from Memphis.
And her name is Abby, but she was.
So she was out there shooting T Grizzly and shit, like.
Yeah.
I did not imagine that.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Is that her name for real?
Yeah, Abby. Yeah. Sorry.
Wow. No, it's
Yeah, she's good. So definitely.
You top 10. I see you. Okay. But go ahead. Who else?
Absolutely. Yeba. I really like Black.
Oh yeah.
I really like Black. And then hip hop. J. Cole. Oh, it gotta be J. Cole.
Okay.
Yeah.
You was signed to Dream Villa?
What that sound
Name.
You don't even know.
Name.
You don't even know what we.
Man.
Not what's going on, but one of my friends just became one of the managers for Jim Crow.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah. That's a really good friend.
That's dope. Congrats to him.
Congrats to him. Yes, well, that's my number 1. I got a Dreamville hoodie in my car right now, which is good.
Okay. You a fan. I like that. That's dope. That's dope. Okay. What? Also, you have an event coming up that you perform at, right?
Mhm.
It is the Ballers Brunch. Tell us about that. Is that what it is? Just the Ballers Brunch?
Yeah, I mean, it's basically like a networking, like mixer
Okay.
event. Like a lot of people come, network, you know, put themselves out there, find new businesses to invest in, or like, you know, how to start a business, stuff like that. I've heard like really good things about the last one, so I'm excited about this one. And then I've heard that a lot of people requested for me to perform in it, so I'm like, oh.
Ooh, okay, request. That's dope.
Yeah.
Superstar.
Right. Get her where you can, you know what I'm saying? Work with her where you can.
Hey.
Okay. So, I wanna kind of merge off a little bit. I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you this question too, and I just want to hear your thoughts on it. So, how do y'all feel about I like the anticipation. Gotta keep guessing. But how do y'all feel about men wearing skirts?
I didn't expect that question. I don't know what I expected, but
That's what I like. Okay. y'all gonna see where I'm going with this. Just roll with me. Let's see it.
I'm crazy. Sorry, it's crazy.
That's so random.
Like artists or like.
No, men in general. The artists, they can be a regular guy.
Is it like an Irishman?
Irishmen, yeah. It's just guys wearing skirts.
I mean, whatever makes them happy, I guess. I don't know.
It's a nice safe answer. I like that. Y'all been working with her. I see.
I mean, well, I'm not gonna say I'm not a judgmental person, but I'm not really a judgmental person. Like if I saw a guy with a skirt on, I was just look and be like,
Interesting.
like yeah. Like I really, whatever you want to do, like,
Okay.
Just don't mess with me. I really don't be caring.
Okay, real shit. What about you, Patrick?
Hey man, that's the thing, bro. Hey, there be some, you know, some fashion guys out there, you know.
Right.
So they want to rock with it, like who am I to judge? You know what I'm saying? Like if you clean, bro. You know, personally, I wouldn't. You know what?
Right.
But if that's your style, bro, you know, go crazy.
I feel that. So the reason why I brought that up, right, is because I feel the same way y'all feel about it. But you know, I've heard also that you know a lot of people feel like that. Basically, as a man, it's degrading to do that. Basically, like you know, like why would you want to do that? That's like the most unmasculine thing. Well, one of the most unmasculine things you could do. And you know, the way I viewed it was like honestly, if a nigga walk out in a skirt, like that nigga he's at a level I'm wanting to achieve that. You know what I'm saying? Like where and it's like mental, like because he's not worried about nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because when you walk out, you know you're getting judgment, you're getting like ridicule, all that shit. So it's like more power to you. But I was having a conversation with somebody a couple weeks ago, and we happened to be kind of talking about that. And have y'all heard about like humiliation rituals and stuff like that? Yeah. So okay. Right. Here we go. So she was kind of basically telling me about that, where they have like almost in a sense where you know you think like okay when they say rituals you thinking like okay I'm getting like my spell book and I'm getting like the a lizard's tail and you know all that shit and putting in a little bowl and mixing it up and like saying ooga booga and then like the magic's gonna happen, right? And I'm like nah. But it's really like they were saying it's a ritual or saying like say for instance like the most recent person I can think of is like Kid Cudi, you know what I'm saying? Like he's been wearing dresses more frequently and everything like that. And it's funny how some artists or people don't do that until they get to a certain level. Like even when you think of people like Martin, who else be doing that? Like Tyler Perry, you know.
Oh, okay,
you know what I'm saying? Like they do the cross dress and stuff to elevate their career, you know. And it's especially as like a black man, it's again you're degrading your masculinity by doing that, and so you're humiliating yourself in front of these like you know quote unquote white people and everything to elevate to the next status. And that's just like that's the ritual. Like okay, in order for you to get to the next plateau, you gotta make a fool of yourself. So, with that being said, they're saying, you know, she's saying that people do that all the time, and she kind of tied it how that was what's going on with the whole Will Smith and Chris Rock thing. Like, that was humiliation with you.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because I started looking, I was like, that kind of makes sense. And I was like, all right, you know, Will Smith hasn't gotten his Oscar in so long, but the night he gets one, he goes on stage and slaps this man in front of everybody on TV. And then, like, that's like a couple spots right before he gets his award and everything. Like, so it's like, would he have gotten an award if he didn't do that?
What movie was it for again? Because
King Richard.
I didn't watch it.
It was King.
You wanna know how I feel about that situation?
Tell me how you feel.
Ooh, I'm scared to say.
Hey, go crazy.
Yeah. Hey, good publicity is good publicity, you know?
So I had like a conversation with my friend about this, and she made some very valid points. And I definitely agree with the whole, like, you know, they're gonna use any like big moment in like our lifetime, I guess,
Right.
to point out something that we've done against one another, like as black people.
Right.
We're always gonna use that, you know. But me and my friend felt like that was such a pop culture type of moment because Hollywood is getting so boring now. Like they used to do wild stuff like Billy Bob Thornton and Angelina, you know, having sex in the limousine before their red carpet, or
True.
you know, like Kanye going on stage and the Taylor Swift thing. Like we've been missing stuff like that. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. So I was like, with that whole like moment, it sucks that it had to be two black men. Like that's the only thing about it that I didn't like. And it was two black men that we all love. Like, you know, we all grew up watching Everybody Hates Chris. So not even just that, but like Chris Rock alone, and then Will Smith. Like, so that was the only thing about it that I didn't like. That was two black men. But I think pop culture needed it, in my opinion. Except for his wife too. Like, girl.
Let's talk about Jada. That's what I want to talk about, really, because she's the problem to me. To me, I don't know about anybody else, but she's got this man Will sick.
I'm gonna be real. The fact that he was willing to slap Chris Rock and August says a lot. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion.
Pause. Okay, so with that being said, there was an old picture of where August, I seen it posted on IG, like this, like maybe 2016 or something like that. Like,
And it was all three of them?
Nah, it was I think I know which picture you talking about.
Okay.
But it was one where like he had like a black guy, like he just got out of the fight, and like this nigga got fucked up. Looked like he was like the comment was like Will still got the hands, and I was like, oh damn, right. So the thing is, it's always everything is funny how they frame it, right? Because when there's the what do they call it, the entanglement happened or whatever, right? People thought that was kind of recent of what happened. Like, you're thinking like, okay, this probably happened the last probably couple months or so, or something like that. Like, nah, I think that had been going on for years. Like, they've been messing around for a long time. And I feel like August had been a problem. And I think, you know, Will had to correct that at one point in time. It was like, yo, stepping out of line. Like, don't get it twisted. I'm still from Philly, you know, as he proved with Chris. Like, I still come over and smack the shit out you. Like, but you know, it didn't, I feel like, okay, they had the little whatever issue, it's calm, and then years later, that's when I feel like they probably ended it, when Jada was like, all right, this is too much. And then that's when August did the whole, you know, exposing everything. And I feel like that was probably the reason why, like, I don't know if y'all watched the Red Table Talk interview, but like, Will, he just seemed kind of fed up with the whole situation.
That was so sad. He was so hurt.
That man was throwing up every night. I would have been sick. Like, bro, bro, like, come on, like but you can only allow what happens to you. No, only people gonna do what you allow. That's what it is. Yeah. So he allowed that to happen. So again, that's on him. But he was, what was I saying? Oh no, he was fed up because again he knew about the situation. I feel like he been had that conversation saying like, yo, like this is not it. Like you put this. But you know, to each his own, whatever makes him happy and everything. But So, Mariah, what do you have coming up next?
You mean like dropping? Or just anything?
Yeah,
Other than a ball first.
anything and everything. What you got? We like exclusives out here.
Oh yeah, well, we just talked about this yesterday. Like just trying to plan to get a lot of stuff done, especially in the summer. What am I missing? Oh, I have a can I say this? The remix?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so I have a remix for Fantasy Girl coming out.
Okay.
With two of my female friends who are also artists. One of them she's pretty big in Dallas, and the other one is here. She's signed to Domination Nation. A K Kilo's label or something.
Who's label?
K Kilo. She's like with the baby.
Okay.
Yeah. She's a rapper.
Okay.
So yeah, we're gonna drop a Fantasy Girl remix. They both have beautiful voices. Very, very, very pretty voices.
Okay.
So I think that'll be a lot of fun.
Okay.
I feel like I'm missing one.
The new feature.
Oh yeah. Oh. And I just did a feature. We just shot a video for the feature in San Antonio on was it Saturday? It was Saturday, yeah. Yeah.
With who?
His name
King.
King?
King.
King, okay, I thought it was King. I didn't want to say it was, yeah. Yeah, he's it's called Sex in the City, it's a really good song.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, also another song, for the people, something they want to hear.
Okay. Are you gonna get into rapping? No, that's not your speed.
No.
No.
Almost first. No.
My bad.
I'm not a rapper at all.
Hey, man, there's nothing wrong with that.
I know.
So what message are you trying to spread with your music?
Just who I am.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everybody has their own preconceived notions of certain people before they meet them. So I just want to show them a little bit of me in my music. Just a girl who just likes to sing, likes to have fun, just regular with her friends, family. Showing them how much I love doing what I'm doing with my music. And, I'm ready for everything. And I want them to know that in my music. Like I said, just having fun. Making music after music after music.
Okay.
Mostly with kids.
So if it came down to it and you had to relocate, would you relocate?
Yes, if it came down to it, if I had to.
Okay, and some people I gotta stay in the city, gotta make it out of the city,
If Beyonce said move to LA, I'm moving to LA.
Okay.
Beyonce can tell me to move to Nacogdoches, and I'm gonna move to Nacogdoches.
You're not trying to move on that.
If Beyonce told me to move, I'm moving.
Oh, I feel that. I'm moving. I feel that.
We all moving.
Take me with you. Like.
Wherever I gotta go.
I feel it. Okay. And you also said that you've been singing your whole entire life. So what is your earliest memory experience with music, and what kind of started that?
I don't want to say this is my earliest. This is probably my most memorable. And my mom, she used to have me watch all these musicals growing up, like The Sound of Music, The Wizard of Oz, The Wiz, stuff like that. And she used to have me sing the songs from the movies to her. So just basically mimicking all of the music that I would hear from Broadway, or she used to have me sing Annie a lot.
Okay.
So I think that's my most memorable. Just singing all of these Broadway songs with my mom. I think that's why I got so much bravado in my voice.
That's definitely music. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's cool though. That's cool. Would you do Broadway?
Maybe one day.
She hit that.
It definitely depends.
Yeah, Hamilton or something like that?
Yeah, I've never seen
Me either.
but I've heard great things about it.
Y'all missing out.
I've heard
See, that's what everybody say. Hamilton's great.
yeah, I've heard. I want to do Hairspray. I would do Hairspray.
I love Hairspray.
I do too.
Such a good
Me
musical.
too.
Yeah.
I would definitely do Hairspray. What
Yeah.
people say.
Having Negro Day and everything.
Negro Day, yeah. It's such a good movie.
No, that's crazy. Okay. And what would you attend the Grammys? Do you believe in that? At the Grammys? Yeah.
I mean, I know, no, it's I know it's a
Some
whole
people-
uproar with it right now, and we don't know what's going on behind closed doors and stuff with the artists and stuff, but like, I feel like most artists, that's their dream. To get a Grammy or to go to Grammys, you know?
Niggas be lying saying, I don't want no Grammy.
Yeah, like, fuck the Grammys.
want
Like,
Grammy,
you want that Grammy. I want the Grammy.
Alright.
Everybody want a Grammy.
I want that Grammy. I don't even make music.
Exactly.
Like,
and there be people that got like 30 Grammys. Like, of course you're saying the Grammys, you got 30 of them.
Right.
You don't care no more.
Exactly. Yeah, those are the niggas saying, like, that's like Kanye weekend. Like, oh, people talk about Grammy, they still want that shit. It's like, but they also know that more than likely, if they're dropping a project, they're gonna get nominated for it.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I feel that. Okay. Okay. We're gonna have to wrap it up. We're running out of time. But again, thank you for coming out. Here, the last thing we like to ask at the Common Interest is, what are you interested and uninterested in? So, what I'm interested in, I guess, new R&B. I'm definitely interested in that because I'm like where the sound is going. It's really dope. It's definitely evolving I feel at a rapid pace. Because I feel like at one point in time, it was a bunch of like different whisper girls coming out.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you good. You felt that.
Yeah.
But it's definitely kind of stepping away from that now. So
yeah, it's I had a whole. I'm sorry. Can I?
Yeah, of course. Elaborate. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
I had a whole like conversation about that wave that used to really annoy me because it was like a whole like it was, you know, these biracial girls coming out.
Biracial.
That used to,
Hey, yo.
that used to drive me crazy because we had girls like Tink and like Jasmine Sullivan who were like singing.
Right.
And they were like, oh no, look at Georgia Smith over there.
That's
like,
what I was about to say.
Like Georgia's cute. Like I like her music. I do. But like, we need to bring our girls back. We need to bring the house.
Yeah, that's what you're here for, though. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
I feel like at a while I was like, that's probably why they don't want to think I ain't saying whispering.
I mean, yeah, you start whispering, we can like, oh, this go crazy.
I know.
Nah, yeah, but it's definitely. I'm glad that we're stepping away from that. That's cool. Like they're using their full voices again. What I'm uninterested in, people using just black culture as like another pawn type thing. I'm uninterested in that. I'm tired of that. They use it as a stepping stone. They always give us like, as soon as something like again with the whole Will and Chris situation, it's like this man's low key kind of getting blackballed for that shit, and it's like people's done way worse. Like Mark Wahlberg's an actual racist. Like it's known he's attacked people.
Oh my god, I talk about that all the time. It's so funny. Yes, yes, like. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Right. So it's just like it's other things they be taking care of, like Kevin Spacey, he was like actually accused for sexually assaulting people, but they still let his stuff play.
Megan Fox was sexually assaulted since she
Right.
was 15 years old by like Weinstein and Spielberg was with like when it's them, it don't matter.
Right. Exactly.
But when it's us doing the small, we can do the smallest thing and they're gonna stretch it, especially if it's to each other. They're like,
Right.
oh no. See, they doing this to each other.
That was another thing I thought about. I was like, that kind of reinforced the whole like the black on black crime trope thing. Like that kind of reinforced that. Like, oh, they're always attacking each other. It's like, oh.
And it was worse because like they were on the media like, I was disgusted seeing what happened, and then you had like black comedians like, I'm scared to do comedy shows now. Like, oh my god,
Bro.
are you serious? Are y'all for real?
Like they never had hecklers before. Like that's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's just that he actually got up on stage and actually got to touch
exactly.
him.
And that's too freaking A-listers.
Like, bro.
I'm sure nobody random is just gonna get up out the audience and come and beat you up.
Right.
It hasn't happened before. He was talking about his wife. You know, like it's not like. Yeah. I don't know. That's something that's been driving me crazy lately.
Yeah, no, I feel it. So, what are you interested in?
I'm interested in Jasmine Sullivan coming back into the limelight.
Right.
Getting her recognition on fire, getting her 2 Grammys. Just killing it.
My bad.
Like, I was in 5th, no, not 5th. I was in 4th grade when she came out. And she's coming back and she's killing it.
Okay, I was trying to do some math, but
I'm like,
math, you good.
Yeah.
I'm not at your age, I'm not gonna do that for you, promise. That's rude.
It was like the 4th or 5th. I just remember. I remember when I first heard her one song. I was like,
Was it what's one of those you cry? Or the Lion Inside is a Bear?
no, it was
Oh, that's someone I didn't know.
Need You Back
Dang.
with Missy Elliott.
Oh, damn, I forgot about that song. That was like the first song that kind of got her on. Dang, that's a throwback. I'm not gonna listen to that on my own.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm so happy for her. Like,
Right.
she really deserves it.
Cause she got a Grammy, right?
She got two.
She deserves it.
She does. She
Yeah,
really
Hotels
does.
was something serious.
Man,
That was a great.
her writing on top of her voice.
Man,
Her voice is ridiculous. Like, girl, what?
her range is just, oh man,
Out of
wow.
this world.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
What might be
uninteresting.
interesting? The gas prices.
Hey,
That's what's driving me insane.
Dog.
say that
I
shit.
get gas like every 2 days.
Bro, shit's borderline racist.
It's
Man,
Stupid.
oh my
Like-
god, it's ridiculous.
like today I had to fill up, and it was like halfway between like the quarter and the half tank, and I spent $35. I was like, wow, that's so good. And that's usually what it takes to fill my tank up when it's like a little under a quarter, and now I'm like, bro,
It's ridiculous. I have to get gas after this. I'm so mad.
you're not supposed to get gas on this late.
I have to. I got some stuff to do.
Oh,
I know it's annoying.
whoa, what you doing? You put your
No, no.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, my bad. Okay, hey,
No.
hey, your business, your business. I ain't gonna
No.
put y'all fresh you like that. Okay. Remember, she's funny, guys.
Oh man, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, yeah, I feel that. Well, hopefully, the war in Ukraine will stop so that can, gas prices go back to regular. Ooh, politics. But
No, it's okay.
but yeah, man. Thanks again for stopping by. Appreciate you stopping by too, Patrick. Let them know where they can follow you and get your music and everything.
So my Instagram is Mariah Naycole, MariahNaycole. It's spelled Naycole, but it's pronounced Naycole. It's the same on every platform, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everything. And my music is also on every platform. Same thing, Mariah Naycole. I'm sure you're gonna know who I am when you see me, and I'm the only one that's gonna pop up. So. It's me, fantasy girl, yeah.
Well, you heard her. Tune in, tap in, go stream Fantasy Girl and the rest of her projects, her music out. Follow her. Also follow us at the Common Interest Productions. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share to friends, tell your mama, daddy, uncle, cousin, all them people, everybody you know. And yeah, once again, stay consistent with your vision because you're blessed with another day of the mission. Thanks for tuning in. We are the Common Interest. Yes, sir. We'll catch y'all next time. Peace.
Peace.
Let's get it. Solid, everybody.